Hello and welcome to this update to the YouTube channel. I'm going to try to keep this short, but I wanted to give you a little bit of backstory on what is going on with publishing videos and the issues that I've been having with that and the plan that I have to hopefully solve it. Maybe not plan, experiment that we're going to test out and see if it works so that I can get videos out to you in a timely manner. So what has been happening is when I upload a video to YouTube, there is an automated process that happens, like an automated copyright check that they perform. And this process takes a little while. Just in general, it takes like 15, 20 minutes for it to happen every time I upload a video. And prior to, I'm releasing this mid-March. Prior to the beginning of March of 2022, I might have to do this a couple of times because what'll happen is I'll upload it and it'll come back and say like, oh, we've detected some copyrighted material, between these two times, and go fix that. So I go and I make a few more edits to the area they tell me is a problem. And then I re-upload it again. And then it tells me that there's like another area that's a problem. It doesn't tell you, all the places that it detects copyrighted content throughout the entire video. It only tells you like one at a time. So then I have to take it back out, put it back into my editing program, make the edit, export it, which also takes forever, re-upload it to YouTube, wait for it to do the check. And I have to do that usually a few times per video. Whatever, no big deal. It takes a while. It's a pain in the butt, but fine. However, around the beginning of March 2022, this process, it became almost impossible to get YouTube to actually approve a video. So when it detects copyrighted content, there have been a few options. One, it says it's fine. There's no copyright detected or content detected, and it's free and clear. I can post it, no issues. Or it says, yes, there's copyrighted material in this video, and you can release it as is, but the owner of the copyright is going to take all the ad revenue. Fine, no big deal. Or the third option is that it says there's copyright content in this video and it has been blocked and will not be able to be viewed. So in that situation, that means that I can publish it, but literally no one can see it. So basically I can't publish it. Prior to March 2022, it wasn't all that uncommon for me to get, hey, there's copyrighted material in this. It's going to be available to the public, but the studio is going to take the ad revenue. I literally do not care about that. That's fine with me. Like the ad revenue on YouTube is almost nothing. Whatever, take it. I don't care. But starting in March 2022, they basically stopped doing that. So now it's either just outright blocked and no one can see it, or it's free and clear to use. There's been no middle ground. And this process to get to where it's free and clear to use, I had one video where it literally took 20 hours from the time I finished editing it just to get it scheduled on YouTube. 20 hours, and I am not exaggerating. Another video that same week took 14 hours, which is just unsustainable. So what I am doing to hopefully combat this is I will be taking a semi-hiatus because what happens when I get this, hey, it's blocked sort of a thing, I can file a dispute. I can file a copyright claim dispute. And that essentially is me saying, hey, I don't think that this material is violating a copyright. I am within the Fair Use Act, and I have to fill out some questions and explain why I think it's covered under fair use. And then that's sent off to the owner of the copyright, which in these cases is a studio. So Warner Brothers in the case of One Tree Hill, and the BBC in the case of Doctor Who. So far, I haven't really had to do this with What We Do in the Shadows because I had the first 1.5 seasons scheduled before this started really being an issue. But it gets sent off to them for review, and they have 30 days to come back and say, yes, we think this copyright claim is valid, and no, you cannot put this video out. Or yes, we think this copyright claim is valid, and we're going to let you post it, but we're going to take the ad revenue. Or they can say, no, this copyright claim is not valid. You're free to use this with no restrictions. Those are the three options they have. They also can choose to just not respond, period, which does happen frequently. And that means that at the end of the 30-day response period that they get, if they have not issued a response, then by default, the copyright claim is removed and the video is free and clear for me to use. So my plan is to upload videos like normal the first time around. And when I hit that block on that first time, that first upload, the first, time that I'm trying to upload it, I'm going to go ahead and file a dispute right then. I'm not going to do the whole back and forth. That takes 20 hours just to get it approved. I will immediately file a dispute after that first time, but then I have to allow enough time for the company to either respond or not respond, which means 30 days. I have to wait, generally speaking. And then they can, the video is either free for me to post, or they might come back and say it's blocked and I might have to start the process again. So it's a lengthy process to try and go this route of just disputing everything. But I think that's going to be my best option in the long term. I hope, fingers crossed. So what I am doing is I'm going to take what I anticipate is going to be about a 3-month hiatus from the YouTube channel. And I want to state right here in the beginning, the people on Patreon already know this, but just in case this does not impact Patreon other than the YouTube tier, because obviously they're not going to be getting the YouTube videos. There's only one person on that tier right now. They've been notified. They're amazing. But for people that are getting the full reactions, this has no impact on that. They will still get the full reactions. They have still been getting the full reactions. And they're actually going to start getting even more reactions because I'm not going to be spending 30 plus hours a week fighting with YouTube just to upload videos. So I will have more time to do even more reactions. And the full reactions don't take as long to edit. So this whole 3-month idea will allow me to get a video edited, upload it, get the copyright block, dispute the copyright block, and then maybe do one more round of it if it comes back that it's still blocked. And then hopefully at the end of this 3-month period, I'll be at the point where I have started getting these copyright claims removed because my disputes are basically being won. And then I can kind of continue on with that process. And because I'll be, 2-3 months ahead, I can just keep that process going with every episode. I don't think this is going to work flawlessly. I think I will run into issues with this. But at this point, this is kind of my only option if I want to still keep putting videos on YouTube, which I do. So that's kind of the update for the regular shows. Patreon will still get them. Patreon is going to continue to get them. But here on YouTube, they're going to be paused for a little while. Now, there are going to be some other things. Now that I'm going to free up some time, I'll be able to start doing some reactions to movies. I've already started reacting to Classic Who. The Superfan tier and Patreon will be getting the third and fourth parts of An Unearthly Child this week. They've already got parts 1 and 2, and I'm going to continue doing that. So when I do these kind of randoms, like these movies and stuff, as soon as those are ready to go, I can just release them. I don't have to wait because I don't want to release, episodes of Doctor Who or One Tree Hill or What We Do in the Shadows without knowing I can continue releasing them. I don't want to just kind of release one here and it'd be 2 or 3 weeks later till I can release the next one, a month later till I can release the next one. Once I get back up and going again, I would like to be able to keep it, a regular schedule. But with movies, they're one-off. It doesn't matter. I don't have to have a regular schedule for that. So I do still plan on, hopefully, putting out content on this channel in this time of a semi-hiatus. I just won't be doing my regular show reactions here on YouTube. If you want to continue going with the reactions, if you don't want to have to wait 3 months for me to start back up again, which I know it's such a shame where I had to end this off because it was right before Father's Day and Doctor Who and right before episode 6 and One Tree Hill, which were both 2 incredible episodes and the worst to have to stop on. So I totally acknowledge that. But those have already been released over on Patreon. Today, actually, One Tree Hill is getting episode 8, I believe. On Friday, Doctor Who is getting episode 10. On Saturday, What We Do in the Shadows is getting episode 7. So if you do want to continue going, I do invite you to join us over on Patreon, which is a much more user content friendly platform. Is not giving me all the problems that YouTube is giving me right now. And then, you'll continue to get them every week. And I actually, for the Superfan tier, I am hoping, this is not a guarantee or a promise, but starting in mid to late April, I'm hoping to actually start putting out 2 episodes a week of each of those shows, One Tree Hill, What We Do in the Shadows, and Doctor Who. Because again, I'll have more time to do that now that I'm not going to be fighting with YouTube as much. So again, definitely, if you have been debating about it, go ahead and join us over on Patreon so you can continue getting these reactions. You can get all of the new ones that are going to be coming up. The lowest tier for the full reactions is only $5 US per month. They're still only going to get one a week, and they're going to kind of stick with the same schedule that it would have been had I been able to continue posting on YouTube. The superfan tier is $10 US per month, and they get everything. So all the, exclusive reactions like classic Doctor Who, these movies that are going to be coming up, and they're going to hopefully also be starting to get 2 episodes a week instead of just 1, which the fan tier would get. Okay, I realize this was kind of a little all over the place. I do apologize. The only other thing I want to clarify is that this is actually not a studio issue. This is a YouTube issue. I have had both Warner Brothers and I think it's FX for What We Do in the Shadows and the BBC come back for all 3 of those shows and say, yes, my content is fine. The BBC said, yeah, it's fine, but we're going to take the money from the ad revenue. Fine, I don't care. But they still have let me post it. They still have said, yeah, like, you're good to use this. We're just going to take the money. So it is not the studios that are the problem right now. It is 100% YouTube and their automated program. So I just want to clarify that because I have a feeling I will be getting a ton of comments if I didn't about how terrible the BBC is and how a bunch of reactors deal with this, which they do. I know they do. So I guess that is actually one other thing I want to mention. There are a lot of reactors who are dealing with this same problem. It's just that for some of them, they are several months ahead. So they have the time to file these disputes. They basically are already doing what I am going to be doing. And hopefully that's going to work. So yeah, that hopefully is enough of an explanation. I realize it probably doesn't make a ton of sense if you're not in here like dealing with these programs all the time, but hopefully I explained it okay enough. But basically, yes, I am planning on taking about a 3-month hiatus. It could be longer. I will be posting regular updates to the channel. If you are not subscribed, you probably will not see those updates, especially because I'm going to do a lot of them via the community tab. So I do recommend that you subscribe to the channel if you're not already and you're not going to join us on Patreon. That way you can stay informed as to when new content is going to be coming out. And if you are currently subscribed, I would encourage you to stay subscribed so that you don't miss those updates as well. All right. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate it. I have been so excited to start this journey. It has gone far better than I ever expected. I am thoroughly enjoying all of the shows I'm reacting to right now. It took a little while with One Tree Hill especially, and then also with What We Do in the Shadows, Doctor Who I've loved basically from the start. But I thoroughly enjoy all of these shows, and I am super excited to keep going with them. So I do not have plans to stop this channel. I just have to get creative in order to keep getting this content out to you. Hopefully I will see you over in Patreon, and hopefully it won't be 3 months before we can connect again in another video. But again, stay subscribed or subscribe if you're not already. Check out the Patreon. It's in the description. Thank you so much for everything. And of course, please let me know if you have questions in the comments. I will be doing a bit of travel over the next few weeks, so I won't be able to respond as much as I would like to, but I will still be here and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you, and hopefully I will see you in another video sooner rather than later.